Well, this morning it is Thursday. Let's see, March 21 of 2024. That's crazy. I remember the year 2000 blew me away because, 1990, 1991, 1987, you always hear 1999. And I just remember when it was 1999, going into 2000, I was in Las Vegas. Okay. I was at a concert with Quiet Riot. You guys remember Quiet Riot? And I had some members of Tesla. And let's see, the drummer and a few guys lived down there in the band Slaughter. And it was just a big kind of 80s. It was like four rock bands that were in the 80s and 90s. Very successful, but they all got together and they were playing. God, I think it was called Pinky's. It was right across the street from the Rio Hotel. It's long gone now, but we were just having a party. And I remember Blas, the drummer of Slaughter, and Blas Elias, hello. He's been a buddy of mine for a long time. He comes up to me and he goes, "Man, I'm filming a movie." And it's with George Clooney and I think Jennifer Aniston. Or George Clooney's producing it. Jennifer Aniston's in the movie. And Rocky, or what's his name? Not Rocky. Marky Mark. What's his name? Mark Wahlberg. He's like, "Yeah, I play the drummer in a band with Mark Ferrari and Zach Wilde. And I think the movie's going to be called Rockstar." And I'm like, "Oh my God, real Marky Mark." I'm like, "Isn't he that guy that was singing Good Vibrations?" And then George Clooney, he's always done kind of serious, crime drama movies. And then Jennifer Aniston, I'm like, "Oh wow, now that's cool," because she does comedy too. So, but yeah, Rockstar came out, and I was just, man, what a great movie. I've watched it several times, and more power to you, Blas. It's always good to see it. He was the drummer of Slaughter and the Trans-Siberian Orchestra and many other great projects. But I remember it was 1999 going into 2000. And was it Y2K? It was something like that. Like, okay, at midnight, all the computers around the world, the atomic clock, it's not going to know how to go to 999 to 200. And I remember I was literally, for the first time in my life, I was kind of nervous. And I was following 2 hours or 3 hours ahead because in Vegas, their Pacific time. So I was going, well, if anything bad's going to happen, it'll probably happen New York time. And I remember 3 hours, let's see, it was 9 o'clock at night, nothing happened. 10 o'clock, I thought, well, let me look in Chicago. Nope. Then my time zone, Utah, is mountain time. So at 11 o'clock at night in Vegas, nothing happened. Then I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's Pacific time. Okay, all hell's going to break loose in Las Vegas with all my rock star buddies. And all of a sudden it was midnight and, no power went out. No hotels tipped over. Godzilla didn't appear and smash buildings. And I'm just like, okay, well, Happy New Year. Okay. And then the band played and we all sang and just rocked out until, oh my God, like 5 in the morning. Okay. And here it is 24 years later. It still blows my mind because I like to talk about the date when I make not movies. Well, I guess these are little movies, but they're videos, I guess is a better description. But because when I talk about things currently in a video, it means they're working now. Because sometimes in the future, obviously, if I was talking about the new cassette tapes that are going to kick ass, and then you watch and you go, well, boy, those lasted until the CD came around. That's why I'm a big fan of just talking about the time that I'm actually producing this. Now, some videos I do are timeless. How to tie a shoe, how to tie a tie. It's pretty much going to be on YouTube another 50 years, and the information will probably be current. And I still don't know how to tie a tie that great. They're half-assed and they're too short. They look stupid, and you're supposed to have the tie down to like your Wang Chung area. So thank you, YouTube. Because without YouTube, and it's funny, there's always like a 10-year-old kid that he's been to church his whole life, and he just goes, he's done. And I'm sitting there pausing it. Okay, well, okay, flap. Oh, because I've wore a tie literally maybe 3 times in my life. And, I do own a couple, but they're the ones that they have a little hook. You just clip it on and it looks perfect. And you can get them at like Harley Davidson. Thank you. Wear a sexy Harley Davidson tie. All right. But here we are 24 years later, Y2K, or I can't remember the exact term, but, computers seem to be more affordable and faster. The cell phone was invented. I wish this darn thing was around in 1999 to 2000. It took a few years later, but, we still had like the camcorders. They got a little smaller. I had was it a high 8? 8mm or whatever, but remember the big VCR one? It was like a Steven Spielberg production, massive. And then they got a little smaller. Then there was one that was like you kind of held it like this with a lens, and then eventually, I'm still blown away at the power and technology of these little Pop-Tart shaped things. And if you guys are new to business right now, and I'm talking you folks that might be retired, you might be 65, 75 years old. I have people that are 80, 82. My oldest person in LiveGood is 92, and he lives in Cleveland. Okay? We talked about the war. We talked about color television. We talked about the 55 Chevy. And he's like, you know what? I'm bored. I've been retired not once, twice, three times. When you're 90, and retirement age, usually people think 65-ish. Some people retire at 55 because they have to. The company forces them out and the benefits are too high. So sometimes you retire when you're 50 and you're like, oh my God, if you lived to 90, that's 30, 40 years of, and it sounds good. They're just working on your tan, maybe going traveling and doing some things. But life goes on. Even your kids grow up and they have their own lives. Unfortunately, when you get older, some of your friends pass away. And when you're 90, sometimes about 90% of your friends have passed away. And you got to have value. You got to do something. Okay? Because it just seems literally, it seems like 5 years ago, it was in Vegas rocking out with some of my buddies in rock bands. And we were nervous that the power was going to go out in the grid and Las Vegas might have chaos because of that Y2K. Okay? And now it's 2024. Blows my mind away. Blows my mind away. Technology, how easy it is to just put on a webcam. It's like a $75 webcam at Best Buy. I'm sure on Amazon they're $50. Logitech $920. Every week everyone asks me how I produce videos, and I don't produce them. I hit record, I talk, and I upload. Okay? And I did get one of those ring lights. See the little reflection? That's why I always look off to the side. If I look into the ring light, it blinds me and it shines and it kind of messes up the stupid camera and all that. But to make a video, if you're comfortable just chit-chatting like this, it's it's like therapy to me. I tell everyone, if you're shy, but not so shy that you're not willing to try to do this and put up maybe some Post-it notes, get yourself a little note and maybe put a little Post-it note right next to the webcam. If you like to look into the webcam, okay, great. I don't have natural lighting in the day because I'm in a basement of a commercial building and there's no window in here. So if you're in a normal home with natural light, any time from like 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning till probably 5 at night, you probably don't need one of these ring lights. It just looks nice. And I'm so jealous of people that have natural light, not natural light the beer, natural lighting, because then you don't have to have this stupid light in your face. Because see, this is what it looks like. If, half the people that do video, you're not going to have perfect lighting. Okay. And if you do, great. But if not, $20 or so. I think I paid $25 for this light at Walmart, but it's good enough. And I think it sounds okay. Okay. It's 4K. I actually can make it clearer than this. I have it stepped down, but this webcam goes so clear, it almost looks creepy, like 3D. And I'm like, okay, no, that's too creepy. I like two-dimensional clear. I don't need that 3D crystal. Like, it almost looks like the background is coming forward. And do you have a TV that's like that? It's almost too clear. It drives me crazy. I think this is fine. Is it 1080? 10, I don't know. I guess I should know this better, but anyway, technology's come a long way. If you're an older person, retired, just relax. The cell phone is designed to be easier to use. This webcam I just plugged in and it automatically downloads whatever software. So you just basically on your screen, you just hit record, and you can play around with the lighting or what is it, the contrast or the hue. But I don't touch anything on this webcam. I think it automatically looks great. So, awesome. But please don't think just because you're retired at 55 or 65, or you could be like my buddy who's 92 in Cleveland. Just take baby steps. Watch my videos, watch other people's videos, go to YouTube. I just had someone ask me how to start a YouTube channel. And I just said, this is going to sound funny. Excuse me. Go to YouTube. There's at least 7,000 billion videos that are well done. Some people, they take days to produce their videos where I take literally 10 minutes. But oh my gosh, if you have any questions, even about LiveGood, go to YouTube. If you have questions about this ring light, where to buy them, walmart.com, where's the cheapest ring light or face light? Go to YouTube. I'm sure they have them for sale. Go to Google. I'm sure there's 50 people that have 50 of these lights for the same price. Just don't dare to ask your computer. Ask Google. Go to YouTube. Everything is there. I think 90% of everything that you probably want in life, education-wise, knowledge-wise, is probably on YouTube. And I don't mind if you guys ask me questions. I get quite a bit. I answer well over 100 in something a week. And I like it because if the questions coming in are the same, okay, sometimes I get a hold of YouTube support and say, hey, I'm getting a lot of questions about this. And, just some friendly advice. Maybe you should do this or put this question and answer in the FAQ section. And you know what? LiveGood has done a couple things. They even took my advice because today is a team recruiter meeting every Thursday at 8 o'clock. And when I used to go back to the webinar schedule, they were all messed up. Okay, so I'm so picky. This makes me crazy. But see where it says webinar schedule? Okay, when you click it, right here, do you see where it's Monday? Oh, whoops. Oh, for some reason it just went backwards. Okay, but do you see it Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? These used to be all out of order, and it drove me crazy. Like Thursday was at the top, and then they finally added on like a Friday. Then they put the Wednesday, and I'm like, you guys, why don't you just go Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? People could follow along. And I noticed like a day or so later, they were automatically in a row. It's just little things like that. It's kind of fun just to go and be a part of LiveGood, be a part of YouTube. Don't be nervous searching for something on your internet, okay? Because, man, 90% of everything you need to be successful and live good, in my opinion, is already there. You don't really have to buy education. I think you just have to buy software and tools. I'm a big fan of tools and software that gives me a technique. But when it comes to buying information, I think it's all ready free. But that's just my opinion. Okay, guys, I'll leave you with this right here. If you're in LiveGood, all right, see right there, it says webinar schedule. This is our planned Zoom meetings, and you can go to YouTube because LiveGood has their own YouTube channel, and it'll show it live there as well. So it's your preference. You probably have YouTube on your phone and a Zoom. Zoom is free. When you click any of these links, if you don't have Zoom already installed, it's free. You just click a button, installs like in 20 seconds, so you can watch any of our meetings on Zoom or YouTube live. Or they're recorded. Go to YouTube. You can see them on the LiveGood channel. And then on my channel too, I love to post all of these meetings because I know 99% of people, they're not going to be able to watch live. But you can definitely watch on the train home, on the bus home. Maybe you get home after dinner and sit back and learn about LiveGood and some cool stuff like that. All right, I'm done. I'm out of here. Okay, I'm going to itch my nose because when you have a little beard like this, there's always that one little hair that goes coochie coo, kind of like Shara. Was it Charo? Who's from the old days of the 60s and 70s and 80s when Charo, she was like this hot Spanish lady, and she'd go coochie coo. I'm going to actually go to YouTube and see if I can see her singing, and she was awesome. It's weird. I haven't thought of Charo in 30 years. All right. Okay, I'm out of here. Thank you for your time, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And guys, if you want to join LiveGood, I hope you do. I got a lot of free training and advice. Just go to joincory.com. Okay? And the video will take over from there. All right. Thanks, guys. I should have some videos popping up right now on my YouTube channel. Okay. We'll talk to you later. Bye.